managers, 10 years, so much of experience. So I'm sure your course in general will cover all the details of product management, the core of it, the methods of it, and everything. So let me share some, personal learning, some gyan. And gyan has a little negative connotation now in India. So everyone got this? Even if maybe by the end you will get frustrated. A bit about me, I'll just quickly run through this. I started my career at DCM Tech as a operating system programmer. Used to write kernels and reverse drivers. Foxborough industrial automation company. We used to create industrial automation devices, embedded systems. Then I worked at Fermilab. It's a high energy physics lab in Chicago. It has an accelerator where they create particles and antiparticles, and they study the subsequent spray of subatomic particles. Then I worked at CERN. It was recently, a few years back, in use for the Big Bang machine, doomsday machine, and all that kind of thing. If anything goes wrong, I have some hand in it. Then I worked at Geox. It's an online video advertising company where I moved from tech to biz dev. I also did product management there. It was interesting because we had both India market as a market and also US, and I was trying to do the product management for the US side, also sitting out of India. A lot of interesting experiences there. We were able to sell the India business, and then it became a pure tech company, and I thought what I should do. I went and created my own startup, Bungru. The key product was Rootkids. Messaging app for kids, just like WhatsApp. The only difference is that the contact list is owned by the parents. So parent always know who the kid is talking to. Bunch of downloads coming out of mostly US and Australia. Doing very well as a product. Didn't do anything as a business. A lot of learning there. And now I'm working for ThoughtWorks. Mostly sharing with clients the mistakes that I made and helping them avoid them. So I wanted to share some ideas. Like, this is a random collection of concepts that I come across inside. So heading in the word of ThoughtWorks. Okay. So you know about the history of ThoughtWorks, the Agile Manifesto, and so ThoughtWorks is very much involved in creating new methodologies, creating new conversations around what should be in the future. So this 5-bucket approach is very popular. What this approach basically talks about is that any competency, any practice can be actually summed up in just 5 words or 5 buckets. And one of them is going to be the core of it. You can have 4 more around it. But never would you be expected to be good at all 5. It will all be a combination. You will say find your own shape. And the central one is always common to all. So they have it for experience design, they have it for business analysis. So me and my colleagues, we sat down and we tried to create it for product management. So I think this is the best audience to share it with and hear your ideas. I think at the core of product management is articulation. When I say articulation, I don't mean oratoric skills, I don't mean ability to write good emails or a good blog post. What I mean is ability to explain, articulate simply so the other person understands a lot of stuff. The basic value of your product, the benefit that the product will build, why we are doing it, and your audience will be very diverse. Sometimes you're talking to technologists, sometimes you're talking to business people, sometimes you're talking to non-techies, sometimes you're talking to your users. To each you will have to articulate a different way or same values that the product brings. Sometimes for each group it will be a different manifestation of that value. So I think that if you as a product manager are not able to articulate these complex, because product managers always work with partial information. Right? Many times product is not ready, and even if the product is ready and you're bringing in something incremental, it's in the process, it's the roadmap that's going on. So you don't always have something to show, but you're trying to explain to them value and all this things. So I think articulation is something which is in the middle of it. So whenever you feel like interrupting me, just do that. Then I think synthesis, right?
So you're talking about these in general or what you have in thought?
So this is in general, not what we have. I'm also socializing this inside ThoughtWorks. We have a good sized product management practice. We're doing a lot of consulting and also taking part. And so there's a lot of input that has come into it. It's not a rule, it's a thought process. And ThoughtWorks, the kind of organization is that if you go and come up with some idea and you start sharing it and clients like it, someone will say, okay, now that this has become a regular thing, let me go and try to break it and come up with something. Synthesis, I think roadmap is a very interesting example of synthesis. No, maybe it's not prioritization. So what I mean by synthesis here is we'll get inputs from our prospective users, we'll get inputs from business stakeholders, we'll get random inputs on Twitter using our products, we'll get a lot of things. And how do you combine all of those asks, all of those visions, all of those requirements into something coherent? I think that is very important. Otherwise, the biggest threat to a product manager and product owner or someone who's trying to create something is that one or two influential people in the company, powerful people in the company, the people who write your check, they can kind of hijack it. We all know, if you're creating something new, your first customer that you have is your best friend and probably your worst enemy. Because if they're very big, they're really helping out your company, they might take it to a direction which totally suits them and you're not able to create a product which is more generic, right? So I think that way synthesis becomes very important. Third one is domain, right? I'm sure this will come to you as a query at some point. Maybe you'll be struggling with it. Is are generic product managers of any value if you don't have any domain expertise? So have you had this discussion till now in the classes around domain SMEs, domain specific domas or generic product managers? Has that thing come up?
The idea has been that domain actually doesn't have anything to do with product management kind of thing. But my personal view is domain is a very important aspect for product management to have to be working as a product. And there has been some arts and discussions happening in our class earlier, maybe in the first trimester kind of thing, where people from arts background and other backgrounds should be the product managers, etc. So I have my own reservations on that.
I personally believe in some cases sufficient knowledge is all that's needed. In some cases in-depth knowledge is what is needed. But having a good context of the domain is very important. Even the folks who are coming from design will immerse themselves in that domain. Even if it's a very high technology domain, they still try to immerse so they get enough so as to go and do some kind of research around it. So, but if you're in finance or something where you're creating some products which quants are going to use in some calculation of value at risk for some product, then probably you need a little more depth. So it varies, but yes, domain is very important there. Business acumen, this has been my biggest feeling, and it has been the biggest feeling of almost all entrepreneurs in India, where everyone is burning VC's money and not able to figure out a sustainable business immediately. So I think business acumen is something that we should probably spend more time on, because to a lot of us it does not come naturally. I've known many technologists who struggle with it, many designers who struggle with it, few folks who have done professional MBAs, even they struggle with it. Having that acumen, so you may not be needed to go and actually make a sales call, you may not be needed to go and create pipelines, you may not be expected to do a bunch of those stuff, but unless you know how that works, how that gets populated, how demand gets created, all your analysis of the product will be incomplete. So this business acumen I think is very important. Finally, prioritize. Right? So we are always prioritizing. Right? The roadmap is a very good example of how you prioritize. Your product backlog is a very good example of how you prioritize. Your story backlog is a very good way of how you prioritize. How to prioritize over client 1 versus client 2, customer segment 1 versus customer segment 2. Always prioritizing, right? So I think that's why it is so critical. So I believe that if we are good in at least 3 of them, we have a good career in product management.
So the prioritization and synthesis, how is it different?
Yeah. Synthesis is incoming and prioritization is outgoing. So look at it this way. You're going to get inputs from a variety of things, and how you are going to synthesize it into something that makes sense for you, your role in the product. And how you express that synthesis, and how do you actually roll it out as a list of priorities for others, so that becomes a prioritization exercise. And outputs of it are roadmaps and these kind of things. So, as I said, right, that the expectation is not that you will be good at all of them, right? So, let's see. So, these are like, if you are a product manager in a startup, I think you won't get too much of time for a lot of analysis, synthesis, a lot of early age startups go with quote-unquote gut feel, which is basically quick analysis by the founders, and they really want to go out into the market, test out things, learn from it. Maybe there's not enough time for that, but definitely you should have business acumen. You should have that from the beginning, that you don't create a product that everyone will want for free, and there's no scope of monetization later on, and at Series A, then you are getting messed up. Even if it's a big product which is already earning millions of dollars, right? There are a lot of products which are like at 3-4 million kind of range, which now want to scale higher or want to bring some incremental innovation, right? They're also what your existing clients will respond to, because you're definitely going to alienate some clients who are happy with what you have. In order to bring new ones, what kind of changes can you bring without totally alienating your current user base, and all those kind of things you need to enhance prioritization also. So I think if you are in a startup, so you should probably be good at, and domain knowledge probably doesn't matter in case of typical B2C kind of startup. And you can always have time enough to gather some domain knowledge. But if 3 things that are very important, my opinion is this is what you should have. Any thoughts? Should I continue? So if you are at enterprise level, the proverbial wheels go a little slower. Enterprise don't move at the speed of startups. But definitely enterprises, you're going to have a huge customer base, they're going to have their own opinions, you'll have to address them, there are going to be stakeholders, there are going to be regulations, there are going to be various kind of CXOs pulling and pushing you for different sides. So I think then the synthesis becomes a little more important.
But that does mean prioritization in an enterprise.
See, it's not that you can get rid of prioritization. But what I mean, when I highlight this, what I'm thinking is that, yeah, you need to do prioritization, but if you are spending too much of time on prioritization compared to synthesis, some voices may get lost. And if you have to prioritize, what do I do more? Probably go for synthesis. That's how I'm thinking right now. If you are a sustainer, so that's how actually product management started in many places in India at least. There's already a product which has reached a level of maturity, and then it moves over to India and they allocate a product manager who has to keep it up and running there. It's like you're servicing your existing business clients. Not much of business acumen was expected of them other than keep cutting costs. There isn't much of input coming in. Most of the time it's like bug reports and maybe a feature report here and there. But definitely domain knowledge was very important because it has reached a level of maturity in the industry where you need to understand that industry very well to stay relevant. So I think
any examples? Because I personally have that part of the story which you talked about, the mature product already kind of reached the stage of maturity, and I'm not able to move forward personally on such aspects of anything you haven't mentioned.
so if you cannot move forward, be like a knight and go diagonal. See, I've worked with a client, a telecom client, which had a bunch of switches and they have moved those switches over to India. And there are huge teams which are working on making sure that those switches are up and running. Right? I used to interact a lot with that team. This was a little earlier and kind of same thing, right? People know, okay, I'm coming here, there'll be some bug in the road, I'll go fix it, then we'll request a build, and then we'll create a patch, and then we'll upload it. It was kind of, people knew that on a week we get 3-4 batch, bugs that we have to fix. So, and one of the product managers wanted to work with me and say, hey, at least you're going and doing the same thing with different kind of companies, so at least I'll get that kind of variety. But the solution that we were selling to them was very interesting. What we were doing is that if you have a huge install base, especially with things like switches and all that, you can't switch it off. If there's a bug or something, if you want to test it on a live system, it's very difficult. So I was part of Dinker at that time. Actually, I forgot to add Dinker in that list. So I was part of Dinker at that time. Some tech called a sensor point where on a running piece of code we could insert a piece of code that could do the diagnostics and all that. Right? So this fellow got very interested and they kind of got some licenses. A small tech team actually worked on using this methodology to test the build on some low. They're all high availability, but they knew some switches where there was a little bit of tolerance for something going on, and remotely they were able to actually insert the fix without having to do the build and then release and the client side installing and all this kind of. So they saved a lot of money. And interestingly, that team really got a lot of accolade. They brought down the cost a lot. So the story that I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of startups, there are a lot of enterprise that are always trying to address a plateaued market, and they want to bring disruption there because the disruption could be increase in revenue, decrease in cost, right? So if you ever feel that it's the same thing over and over again, look for one of those disruptors and see if you can partner. Sorry, a long answer to your short question. Just sharing the story. Sustenance again, we discussed this. Domain specific, if it's a financial product or something, then you need this. So any thoughts on these 5 buckets? Do you folks see yourself? Do you see your shape in this? Does it appeal to you, or are you folks usually that quiet, or I am a little bit more boring?
It makes sense. I'm still not able to identify which bucket I would.
Okay.
Business acumen can be a central theme, and articulation can actually be one part of it. Or maybe we can do away with articulation, because synthesis, if you assume that if you reword synthesis into communicate or something like that.
So synthesis is more of analysis of various inputs and synthesizing them into one coherent vision, right? That's really not communication.
Or is it synthesis is more about identifying the right problem out of all the inputs, that's what you will see? And that
spotting the right problem, like if 15 different customers are seeing different problems based in maybe there's a singular root cause of it, all those kind of things.
And that undergoes a prioritization.
Yeah. How many customers saw this and how important they are, I'll prioritize it or I'll deprioritize it. But I think sometimes we undervalue the value of articulation. I'm a little worried.
I'm not undermining the value. I'm just saying business acumen, don't you think is applicable to all of those side buckets and
so if you're let's say you're a sustenance, you're in some sustenance project, right? And you have a very good pulse of the market, and you have a very good pulse that what is missing in that market. What that will drive you is to create proposal for another kind of product, and then try to pitch that within the organization. Say, hey, this is a problem, we need to address that. But within the product that's already addressing that mature market, there is no opportunity. So as a personal level, your business acumen has helped you elevate your contribution to the company. But to such kind of product, how will business acumen? But even if you are in such kind of quote unquote sustenance or boring or rut or these kind of things, right? Unless you are not able to explain the value of this project to your own team, then you are going to lose engineers like anything. And that's why articulation becomes critical. Yeah.
I work more on the technical domain. So, which what I am seeing from my experience, product management is not really involved or not really, they're not seeing much role over here because product owner or architect will take in the most of the activities. Because this is the one B2B kind of cases, so they don't have to interact too many times with the customers also.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing much value added role in the product management.
Many times what is happening is because, let's face it, product manager as a formal role is pretty new compared to, let's say, a technologist or a technical architect. And a lot of good, effective technical architects have had a very good connect with the customers, especially B2B, right? They go visit them, they talk to the tech team, they talk to the sales. So in some way they have been pseudo product managers. Now, how do you take the product management out of them and allocate to another person, right? That is a journey that the organization has to take, and most of it will get driven by the fact that how overworked or how complex this project is, that the tech architect really needs to work on the tech stuff and needs someone's help to go. If it's a relatively small one, yeah, you can have a multi-dimensional tech architect who's also doing product management built into it. It's also a little bit organizational change. Large services organization, IBMs, startups are ones who have adopted the product manager little earlier than a lot of tech-intensive companies. But I see the change coming.
Yeah, how do you see this product manager work fitting into another company like car manufacturer?
So, so internally what I do in ThoughtWorks is we invite product managers who are non-from tech, right? So we had a guest who was product manager for a biscuit, Tiger biscuit. I don't know, we all have this. So I invited to understand this perspective, right? What does it mean to be a product manager in a non-tech? So there some things that came different. That's what your question was.
Not as the future, how
Yeah. So the two things very interesting came up. One, product managers in non-tech environment are expected to carry the P&L with them always. So they own that brand. So they're responsible for its supply chain, getting time on the factory, getting it built, all those things, right? So that was something which was a little different. Product manager there was a much bigger, almost like a GM of that product. The other thing was, the reason they were interested in talking to us is they are seeing technology encroach their role. more and more tech is coming, which is taking over the operations, planning, market research, designers are coming in. So they are using very good tech tools to do user studies and all that. So they feel that tech is encroaching in, and tomorrow there will be jobbers because some random techie or a product manager is going to come who has very strong technical background will come and take their job. So they want to learn from us, we want to learn from them. So the future of it is that tech is becoming a business and business is becoming a tech, right? So you really need to have very strong appreciation of the tech. And in those kind of industries, I consider them as a domain specific. So you need to have a very strong grasp of the domain also. Grasp of the domain can be got from experience which they have, and tech appreciation, tech abilities can be learned in a school. So I see, I don't see them losing their jobs en masse, but I see them grasping tech. They have to much faster than they do. Having a good technical person next to them, they themselves have to gain appreciation, serious appreciation. You know, did I answer your question? Yeah. Any other thoughts?
You said two things,
Yeah.
but you just revealed one thing.
So one was the tech coming, and second was in offline world they tend to own the P&L. In online world that happens, but not that often. So this new word has come up a lot, product thinking. We should have product thinking here, we should have product. We get calls from many companies who are traditionally real estate or the brick and mortar kind of company. Oh, can you come and talk to our executives and teach them product thinking? So have you folks encountered this? Have people asked you product thinking? Any idea what do you think is?
Yeah, product thinking, my understanding sense is more about what is the value you are going to build out of it. Like say, don't think like a service just as anything that comes in, you just do develop it and throw it out. When you are in a product, you need to see that what is it a general need of the industry that I can really productize.
Yeah. Anyone else have? So especially I think it's a fascination with the services company for whom now product thinking and product management, products is the new shiny toy. Let's do product. A lot of services company want to have a product arm and they want to have this product thinking. It's good, but it has a pitfall if you don't understand it. So I think a lot of services company, they tend to be aligned to projects, they tend to be aligned to schedules. Right? So the whole thing works on schedules. Are we on time? How much resources are there? And it's really a difficult shift to start thinking that, okay, we have to create this product and we have to deliver it. To make it happen, we'll do anything on the back end, right? So there's a little bit of difference. In a services or a project-driven company, this is the resources, and now I'll see what I can deliver based on that. And that's why you're scoping, rescoping, and all those things. While in a product thinking space, you have to deliver this and then you're making things happen in the back end. So I think this is something that I have been struggling to articulate, and we have been talking to a bunch of ideas around this, and one of the ideas that I've come across is this concept of, so nobody likes the word manager, no one likes their managers, every day on LinkedIn they will say, people don't leave jobs, they leave managers. So manager word has a very negative connotation. No kid growing up wants to say, "Bada manager will." But actually, kids say that. I don't know if kids say that. But the idea of product entrepreneur. So there's this growing fascination with a lot of large organizations with startups, entrepreneurship. And why it probably resonates is because when you are a product manager and you're valuing yourself and you're trying to map your career, you're thinking, I want to be in a situation where I can take decisions and I can be responsible for my own decisions. If it's a good decision, we'll all benefit. If it's a bad decision, I'll get screwed. We want that kind of responsibility. We want that kind of opportunity. And that, I think, is the seed of product entrepreneurship. So when I'm talking to organizations around who want to do product thinking, I tell them that have some people and call them product entrepreneurs, give them some space, let them create something, let them fail, let others see, let others emulate them. So a lot of companies have kind of started having this. Is my movie creating a problem for you? I mean, I can. I was seeing you struggling. So they do this. We'll have an internal fund, or we'll have this. You come and pitch your idea, and then if you like your idea, we'll give you 2-3 inches. So a lot of people are thinking around it. So I think within the organization, entrepreneurship around products is growing. Hopefully, when you folks go out and you will do this more.
Do you think in that naming thing, it's also important to make those changes on the team that works with that person?
I'll come to that. I think a good product team should have 4 people for sure. I heard there are some UX designers in this class. You're the only one. At least
And
this-
one more who's not.
Who dropped off?
Join another batch.
So we have learned one course. We are like 1%.
So, what did you try to do? Did a design thinking workshop?
Okay,
Okay, how many of you know? Okay, how many of you are not allowed? Let me just do this. How many of you know what is the difference between serif font and non-serif, sans serif font? We heard this word, right?
Yes.
We heard this a lot, serif font and sans serif. How many of you know that there are some colors which are safe on projectors and some colors that are not safe on projectors? Right? We all experience it. We sometimes put some color, it doesn't look good. Right? How do we know what those colors are? Maybe we can test it out, but there are some rules around it. So yeah, design is very important. I hope by the by the end of the course you know the difference between. And with the designer, never discuss the word churning because they tend to get very emotional about it. So, product psychologist. So, this is a very interesting. I talk a lot to product managers who come from technology background. Right? So, I have this. You can become a good product manager if you're from a technology background, or design background, or business background. But when you can come from this position of strength, but when you become a product manager, you should use this position of strength. Because what is ultimately going to happen is if you become a product manager and you still bring your tech with it, you'll end up, I'm not feeling very good, I don't think I've done any work today, I'll go and do some coding, then only I'll get the satisfaction. How many of you are techies from that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a pitfall, right? Because then you become then the politician. He's a techie, he favors techies only. Designer ko kaun puchta hai, business analyst who cares about us and all that. So one interesting way of looking at it is if you have some problem, you go to a physician. I am facing an ache here or something. They give an injection or they do an X-ray. They try to find the quote unquote bug and they try to solve it. Right? That's wonderful. Whereas if you go to a psychologist like I am facing they try to look at it little, not the psychiatrist, the psychologist. Right? They look at little more holistically. Do you drive too much? Do you have a stick shift? Right? Do you change gear more often? By an automatic, you won't be using your left hand to stick shift a lot, and probably your pain will go away because of overusing. Right? So what I really suggest is that sometimes if you are a product manager, don't look at the product as a collection of library, code, design, screens. Step back and look at it as an individual and see what it tells you, what kind of personality it has. There's this very interesting step in design thinking. I don't know if you folks did that. Apparently, there are 12 personas, and when you come up with a product, you ask, is it a sage? What is the psychology of this product? Does this product advise someone? Does this product really help someone's life get better? Then you say, my product is like a sage. And then that actually, once you get this thought inside you, it will really help you guide A lot of small things around design, on the tech, on the user experience and all those kind of things. So sometimes think like, so how many of you read Asimov?
Isaac doesn't.
Isaac. So Susan Cameron, right? So read some of the robot stories of Isaac Asimov. She was a robo psychologist, so she could find what is wrong with this robot by talking to it and doing some calculation and looking at the replies and seeing. So they're looking at the product totally from outside, not looking at as a developer and as a designer and seeing what is the. So take a step back, look at the product as an individual, and that's what I mean when I say we should become product psychologists. Does it make any sense? Okay. Let me know if it helps you out in some real situation. Product sociology. Did I talk about sociology? No. So, as in early days, people were totally focused on the product itself. But the reality is that today, none of the product exists in vacuum. Right? Either your product is part of a big B2B chain, where there is some set of products who are creating some output which your product is generating, is consuming, and then generating some output which is again used by some other product. Even if it's a B2C, if you look at the app, one of the major mistakes people do is, it's very funny for me, when they create the logo for the app, right? So they print that logo and they say, put it up, very nice black or white background. So you get to see the beauty of it, and the visual designer is like, intellectually, But the reality is, our apps sit on a desktop which has random kind of photographs people put on top of it, right? And it sits with bunch of other app icons. Do you ever wonder, did the designer try to look at various kind of backgrounds and what does my app icon look on? If you are part of a B2B product which is part of a supply, do you look what all products are there that can feed into your ecosystem, and then what are the kind of products that can benefit from you? And this becomes a very good interesting thing at creating platforms, right? Instead of creating standalone things, because then you design your product in a way where multiple products can now start dumping data into your platform, and multiple products can start benefiting from data that is coming out of your platform. So if you start thinking of your product as something that has a sociology, has a society, has interaction with other products, maybe you look a little beyond your product. Does this make any sense? Yeah.
Actually, I was a part of a program in SG where we developed a voice.
Okay.
And we tried to do this, but let me tell you honestly, it's not easy.
Yeah, nothing is easy. Otherwise,
It's very difficult to actually sustain that platform thinking across different stages of the product.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the stakeholders.
What was the biggest problem folks faced?
It is the continuity of the platform per se.
Mm-hmm.
The fragmentation of platform happens.
Yeah.
There are various stakeholders who want your platform, who want their platform for their products and want to quickly make money.
Yeah.
People not funded because they want to reuse what you have done earlier without paying, get the free things out of it. So I understand product psychology, but platforms as a socialist is very tricky.
So you probably planned for a very what is that term where everyone is caring about each other, right? That kind of probably you were not caring for a selfish society. Was it a self where you don't care about self, but there's a word for it. Selfless, yeah, that's true. So maybe that, keep that in mind, because I was talking about prioritization, right? Everyone will try to take, and your first customer, the people who are paying you most will definitely try to take it your own way. So yeah, that's true.
For some reason in enterprises it's done work, and for the product which I am owning right now, as I mentioned, I think the market is saturated for it. It's become almost a commodity now. And try to think of more use cases, integrate this with some other platform, come out with a different value proposition.
So your thinking is right. Does it lead to something valuable?
The first problem is this, it's a pain to just forcefully think of these things. I'm in a big organization, I work with a very big organization. It's like moving mountains. You got to explain the business case or the case why you are trying to do this to so many of the people. It's work not just doing.
That's the worst thing that could happen to an organization.
That's why he has put articulation center.
I could see validation of my thought process in this.
How exactly does this sort of a perspective, the sociological perspective, does it help you come up with new?
So what it has helped me personally, and when I'm working with some clients is, so the clients who are in a hurry, right, they tend to focus on very few things. They tend to focus on how, when is it that when my first business objective will get met, right? That's their main focus and they're running towards it. Unfortunately, the founders and the CXOs are the ones who have this idea. And who in the organization is the one who's actually going and talking to them and asking, okay, we're going in this direction, but you know what? This can really damage how we will work with us. I'll give you one example. So, I was working with a client who were going with REST APIs. So, it's a standard common APIs. And versioning of APIs, it's a very interesting thing. So, because one way of versioning, so let me see how I say it. So we all know these URLs. So if someone who's not of technical background kind of feels that I'm kind of losing them, so many times what happens is you have an API and that API will have a version, or there is a version of an SDK and it will have a bunch of APIs. So if you look at a URL, if the API is logout, it will be logout/v1, logout/v2, and if it's SDK version or something, it will be v1, v2/logout. Right? Now this is a little earlier before this became the standard that you will have a version of an SDK and you will have v1, v2, and each will have its own logout. So if someone is using v1, the whole set of APIs which are supported by v1 still continue working for them and you can replicate that later. The struggle there was that it's very easy to do logout/v1, v2 because that API is owned by one group and they can create multiple versions and they can do whatever experiment they want to do. But in a system where you bunch of other companies might be using your APIs, it may break them. Because what you have done is that your login is version 1 and your logout is version 2 and there will be a key. So this was a situation where they said, who cares about our partners? There are not many people. We'll just go ahead and we'll just do this change and within 3-4 days, 2-3 big enterprise called them up and said, hey, things are working, we're moving on from this. They didn't even realize that. Usually they say, oh, we're getting only 500 requests. Okay, but those 500 were of good value. So no one in that, we were telling them, but my fault was I'm trying to explain to them from the perspective of tech that it's better to have an SDK version anyway. But we didn't bring the sociology part of it. Let's seriously go and investigate who those 500 are. That's one case, but
you said four items, but there are two things: psychology and sociology. What are the other two aspects?
sorry.
Is it three products, entrepreneur, and
Yeah. So I started with product entrepreneur, product sociologist, and psychologist. Just these three.
So that matrix is different.
That make it clear. So, how many of you know about this design council, British Design Council? You should Google it. It's a very interesting organization. They come up with very interesting ideas. So I think this is my general personal opinion and suggestion, right? Spend more time on design, thinking, reading up on what's happening in the world of design. So what is happening is that design is moving away from being visual design, how we mostly experience design, images, icons. Maybe we have done a little bit of interaction, we see how people, but they are really going and expanding things and coming, doing much more stuff. So read up more about design. So they came up with this double diamond. So it's a very interesting concept. So basically, when you encounter a problem or an opportunity, right, you go and try to understand it. So you kind of expand on it. So you go and try to figure out everything that needs to be figured out about it, right? And then you kind of converge on one specific thing that you want to work on, right? So there's a convergence. Once you have figured that out, then you go and explore all the design and solutions of it. Finally, come up with a solution and start implementing it. So basically, two stages of it: the discovery of the whole thing and then the execution of the whole thing, right? So you expand, converge, expand, converge. So this is the double diamond that, so have you heard of this?
I didn't hear the British design.
Okay.
I've heard of
I should have said I've read this. But I think, product managers are now getting involved in more than just this. There's kind of expectations of product managers to be little more than just the managers of product backlog and roadmap. Right? Every interaction starts, especially in India, in tech, every role starts with the most commoditized, low-level functionality, and slowly we go up the value chain and suddenly become. And a lot of initial product managers' role were around just the road mapping and around managing that. But I think the expectations are growing. So what I remind myself and all of us is that when we get into the situation when someone has told us and said, hey, this is a problem, go solve it, right? The domain of these two diamonds. The fact is that we have actually missed one big diamond. When that business saw an opportunity or when that business saw a problem, right? When that opportunity or a problem, an opportunity to create a product, to create a solution, to create an incremental solution, to give a new direction to it, when that was happening, were you in that room or not? Were you part of that discussion or not? Right? That is where you want to be. Right? The running of the show will happen. Right? But the higher up the clock face you are, the earlier you get into the picture, the more you can drive things, the more you can bring your own thinking into it, bring more of your DNA into it. But many times that doesn't happen because today that is still the realm of business strategy, business consulting. But definitely when it comes to strategy, when someone has said, okay, we are facing this problem, how do we solve it? What are the suite of products we should build? What kind of product that should be? What kind of road map should it have? What kind of expectation should we have? When that strategy is being formed, this is definitely where you folks want to be, right? So if you're getting involved in these kind of things, leave that job, find another job, do something, but try to be in these kind of discussions. I think this is where our juice is, where we get to bring in all the learnings of so many years of doing the execution and bring it as a strategy. So I think the description that I had sent to Bindu, I don't know if she shared with you, I was trying to call this out, that how product managers are being pushed towards strategic thinking rather than just technical delivery, right? So every time someone comes and say, hey, we have decided this and this is what we are going to build, remind yourself that you were not in that room. And try to be in that room. If your organization doesn't allow you to be in that room, then think of a new one. So what happens actually? right? This is the area of business ideation. When you see an opportunity, you know, traditionally in Lara company, that's the owner, the Lara team is doing that. In a startup, it's the founder who is doing that. Or in a CXO, you know, a big large organization, there's probably a partner or a board of directors who are doing that. If you are privy to these kind of conversations, it's really good. But I think this is when someone comes up with a business idea and they want to figure out the product, the tech strategy of it, you should be definitely there. With your years of experience, your training, all the energy you folks have, you should be there. We should all be there. And, you know, bring a lot of this experience and then just don't be there, stay with the whole journey, right? That's the fun part of it. So you got a product strategy followed by product ideation, and I think a lot of product management conversations start have ideation as the beginning of the world, right? Product ideation as the zero from where the count starts, right? What I'm proposing here is that is probably wrong. When a product strategy is being built, that is what our zero should be. So when folks are talking about different subjects, you should ask them, hey, can you help us go higher? When decision is being built, so can you help us figure out how to do products? Do you have some stuff on product strategy? Is that business strategy or is that product strategy? So what is business strategy? What is product strategy? Can someone suggest? So what's business strategy?
So product strategy would probably be how you create value, and business strategy will be how you capture that value.
How to identify that value? That's what capture also means?
Capture means how you make money.
Or the business model, the markets will move over the business strategy, and what technology you would use, what product you would build, what product you would build, cost of the product.
So actually more what your customers are, what problem it will solve for them, is what I think.
That's business strategy? No?
Products.
That's no.
Business strategy is more about your basics, your material, machinery marketing. You decide what
That's the implementation of some business strategy. How you implement that business strategy, what kind of hiring I need to do, what kind of channels I need to do.
like what sort of targets are you going to set, for example, for your revenue goals, or what kind of headcount will you have, what kind of markets will you be into. You define the metrics for your business.
But that is an outcome of a strategy. That's a here's what I'm trying to let me say this and see if it makes sense. We want to build this kind of business, and this is how we will build it. That's business strategy.
Yes,
Vision and mission.
Yeah, does that make sense? And okay, in order to do that, this is what we need on regulation, this is what we need on finance, this is what we need on tech, and your tech strategy today is business, is product strategy, what I think. Is that? And once you have these things in picture, then you do things like DMC around the value of a product and all those things. Because DMCs can be done at any level. They don't always need to be at a company level. They can be done at a product level. So I think product ideation should not be the zero of product management thinking. I think business strategy should be. So if you get an opportunity to do that, do that. Define product articulation, road mapping, backlog grooming, and all those kind of things. So I'm sure you folks are doing road mapping also. You folks are working on product backlogs, backlog grooming, and all those kind of things. And I think that's also part of a lot of these lean courses and all that.
One question. Business ideation generally come from the top management, not generally from the product.
In a typical setup, yes, but not necessarily. There today, we work with a very big consulting company that runs these Olympics every 6 months, where anyone who may be a partner, who may be an associate, can come and pitch an idea, build a case around it, and it's worth its while. They actually funded $1 million, $5 million, and they can take it to whatever level they want it. So that is changing actually. But in a lot of traditional companies, the CXO, the founder, the Lada, they all take it. But hopefully, when more and more people come out of IPL, that will change. How much is anyone keeping track of time? What time does this end? 6. So I have some time. I might even end up early. So what do we don't like? No one likes aap Qatar mein or in the queue. And we have our own version of it. And it's on the roadmap. Just be cognizant of this fact, right? So most of the bitching that I've heard around for product managers is that we had a sales issue and there was a customer would have done and all that. There was one big simple bug. They said, no, I don't have the capacity, I don't have engineers. It's not just about changing the code, then we have to do QA and all that thing, right? Many times, roadmap is something that you should own and not let some set of people take control of it. And I think one of the manifestations of it is that if you keep on saying it's on the roadmap too often, that means your Qatar syndrome has caught on syndrome. You're not addressing your stakeholders problem. Anyone of you has done road mapping in the past? Right, all of us. Have you used this word, this phrase? It's on the.
But at times,
no one likes it.
I would say no.
That is day-to-day basis.
And no one likes saying that.
But that's where the prioritization will help, right? So you can still say roadmap, but it is not really important for the customer, right?
So someone who's asking, it's very important for them.
yeah.
It may not be very important in the large
Yeah,
scheme
but
of
it
things.
depends on the source and where it is coming. And we see this. Sometimes it is maybe from the SMEs we hear that. It is maybe their thought process.
Yeah. They say you are too small to care about.
Yeah, so probably is it something that adding value to the product? If I just release a product, is it going to bring a differentiation with my competition that I can really claim something out of it?
Exactly. So my only suggestion is don't say it's on the roadmap. Try to explain to them why it has been deprioritized. Right? So one thing that I have seen work very well is, so some of the big customers, client of ours, they have these SMEs. Now the thing about SMEs is that they're willing to take larger risk. They're a little more flexible and agile than any of your bigger customers. So the trade-off that sometimes has worked, it's just an idea, it's a story that came to me, is so you kind of do a deal with them, okay, I don't have enough people, but if you want me to do it, can you provide me one engineer of yours whom I can use? Or if I provide this to you, will you test these two other features also and give me feedback on it? So try to make it, give it, take it. Sometimes so my whole point was this, don't say it's not on the roadmap or it's on the roadmap, one day we'll get. Is to explain to them this, how you explain to us, why sometimes things get deprioritized. If you just explain it to them, maybe they can do something about it. So rather than just blindly saying this. You wanted to say something?
I was just saying that sometimes the reason for deprioritization could be not having enough staff or some other factors. I mean, because in the beginning you mentioned that you tend to say that there is no resources for this, but that could be a valid reason.
Yeah, I mean, there is always a valid reason. It's like how you articulate it to someone. So if you make someone partner in your problem, then you have one more person or one more team that can help you solve that problem. So that broadly what my point was, that product managers have a lot of touch points. And if you are able to use your customers or SMEs or other partners and offload some stuff on them and take their help in getting some things done. Why not? I don't know how it works in typically a large organization, but in a medium-sized organization that has a bunch of customers who are willing to, who have their own engineering, who are engineering kind of customers, there it becomes a little more reality. So we have 10-15 minutes. So one way is I can quickly wind up. I think I have captured most of the emotions of people in this program. Looks like finally I see students. So either I can wind up or I could share some more thoughts, but I would really like to hear from some of the silent ones. So is it okay if I ask a bunch of questions as random people? So why have you done this course?
I'm not a part of this course, I just give you for the talk.
Oh,
Right question to wrong person.
okay. Why did you come here for this talk?
For the talk, I was interested in the topic.
Okay.
I was interested in
How did you come to know about from the social circle of IQ?
Yeah, I saw it on the website.
Okay. So, how come you joined this? Sure.
My name is Suresh. I'm one of the product maybe in the future, now I'm up in the ladder. Basically, I take care of new product development and execution side. So, this value proposition, knowledge, product management, and general development, everything got to execution.
Sure.
In current engagement,
So, I think you folks have got something to write. I will pull up one slide. Give me a minute. But in that meantime, you can write whatever they are giving you to. I'll share some. I see some very interesting trend in market these days. So you know Maurice, we all know her, right? We know that she was a product manager at Google before she became Yahoo CEO. The jury is out how effective she was, but she was CEO. We all know Sundar Pichai, right? He was also a product manager before he became. So I'm seeing this very interesting trend, right? More and more CEOs are not pure technologists. They are technologists who converted into the role of product managers. They were owning a product, and then they became the CEOs. Right? So keep an eye on this trend. I think this is a very interesting trend. Earlier, Fortune 500 company CEOs used to be folks who came from sales. Then it kind of the Uber geeks, and now it seems to be tending towards product management. So it looks like in few years I might be talking to you folks and be some CEO. And I wanted to share. This is a very. I think you've all seen this, right? Product valuable, usable, and feasible, right? I guess we have all seen this definition about the business side of things, the design side of things, and the tech side of things. So be strong in all three. Pay more attention to design all the things. And I want to wind up with some jokes on product managers. Right? How many of you used to think this when you were not product managers? Another version I've seen in a design-led company. If you're not a good designer, you become a product manager. If you're not a good. So actually, I think the whole thing is around this expectation, right? It's still not very clear in a lot of organizations that what to expect out of a product manager. It's a very new role. So be ready for these kind of questions. And people will ask, what do you do? करते क्या हो सर? What do you do? Right? So be ready for these kind of questions, and it's going to be there for a while till honestly we ourselves figure out what we are doing. I'll just end with two more jokes. Yeah, that's all you need in a bar, a place to sit and a bottle of liquor. That's your everything. This one is my favorite. So I'll leave you with this one. That's all from my side. Before we wind up, any other questions? Yeah.
Question I have, you talked about being a product manager. So, how do you see the industry moving towards this? For example, from a strong technology background, like technology, services company, so how easy it is to shift into a product manager role? Just finding the ones and then think the opportunities are picking up the market for product managers.
So there are two trends which are very interesting. What I kind of hinted at, tech is business and business is tech. Right? So technology is becoming core of a lot of businesses. Today banking is no longer a financial institution, it's actually a technology institution where all your settlements and everything happen. So if you have a very strong tech background, there used to be a time, so during World War, right? World War II, I used to work in this physics research lab, and it was very true in India also. So physicists used to get any kind of job. So if you done PhD in physics, because your analysis, your maths was so strong that any company will hire you, because during war there was a lot of, and if you notice in India also the physicists used to get very good jobs in statistics, in government jobs, a lot of places, right? So I think the technologist will become that future, that if you have a strong technical background, you get any kind of job. I would really not but I think if you're a good technologist, you can become a good designer, because good designer is not about your ability to draw and all that. It's your ability to think, synthesize, create patterns out of chaos. That I think anyone can learn. Being a good technologist is a long journey. You will disagree with me.
No, I get it.
So that part of it, so technologies become product managers is a good trend, but a lot of designers are also becoming so. So that's one side. The other side is industry moving towards a role of product managers. What is happening is managers are always needed. The reality is that, right? We may hate managers, we may hate project managers, we may hate people managers, but that's the nature of human, because if human is executing something, you need someone to manage stuff. You need someone to manage the schedule, you need someone to manage your aspirations, you need someone to manage the vision. And today the management of that vision lies with the product manager. Right? So I see as computing, technology, organizations become more digital and they become more complex, they will need these pockets of pockets around which people will align to. When people want to align to a schedule and everything, they'll go to the project manager. When people want to align on their personal thing, they go to the people manager. When people want to align to the vision of the whole business itself, they go to product manager. So I envision that product managers' jobs will keep on increasing. They'll be more visionary and strategic in nature. Yes, there will be jobs where you are taking the product in the journey and you're being part of it. But in that team also you will be seen as the holder of the keeper of the vision. So that way I see good future for product managers. But unfortunately there's a word manager attached. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, makes sense. Because for me, when I see, okay, anybody was a platform, right? They get into some job website, search for a job, they can go and type in project manager, product manager, or product leader. I think we get similar set of response back from the website. Talking in terms of numbers, or at least.
So I think key is the product term rather than manager, entrepreneur, leader. Because see, that was my pitch earlier, right? Product managers are expected to take us. So some people may say product manager, some person may realize that and they say product leader. But the reality is that product managers will be seen as the keeper of the vision, and they will be needed more and more. Especially when traditional companies will go digital, right? At that point, how do you convert the company's vision into a digital vision, and who takes it forward to each team's? So the product organization will be becoming very important.
So adding to this, if you want to move from tech to product management, so you have any advice on strategy or how it can come from? Because whenever you go to this job site and see they require clear experience of product management. So how we can position ourselves, how we can brand pitch ourselves.
Fake it till you make it. Right? I'll give you a very good example of how I did it. My product management journey started in Wind River when we were creating a product. And I was talking about the sensor point and all those kind of things. Right? Now it is a tech company. There were no product managers. That role did not exist at all. Right? And I used to talk to the client directly. It's a big client in Japan. So 5 years down the line, when I had to explain to people what I was doing, I was the tech architect and the product manager. That was not my role. My title was, I think, senior developer, and my role was tech lead. Right? But I was doing it. Right? Because the point I'm trying to make is that we don't have to be formally having a role of product manager, formally doing just the task of product managers to start getting accepted for these kind of jobs. In our years of experience, before product manager became a thing, there were people who will do this. For example, in this example where tech lead is talking to the client, so tech lead is also doing product management. So you don't really have to call out that my role was product manager, and you can say that I was also doing product management because of these 5 things that I was doing. So that's, and when you do a startup, you'll have a miserable 2-3 years. Everyone will run away from you. You'll sleep like a baby, wake up every 2 hours and cry. But after 3 years, you can go and say, hey, I was product manager, whatever, I was a product manager for the company, I was a CEO. You go through that exercise of realizing your business, realizing your product, and creating a team. That's the best thing to do. But I don't think we should worry too much about someone asking for experience. They're actually asking, have you done anything similar? You may have done anything similar under different roles, different circumstances, with different names to it, but we've all done that. You talk to clients in previous, you try to understand their problems, right? You start from the general problem. Sorry, product.
So you mentioned business-wise, what went wrong with BlueFields?
Oh, I just so that business acumen, right? I kind of like, okay, let's have users and then business plan, like Google, right? Money will come, let's have the user base. May not happen all the time. There were signs of it from the very beginning, which in my enthusiasm I was ignoring, which told me that even if there are a lot of you, because what happens this is a conflict that all of you may face at one job or other is, in many products the users are different and customers are different. The entity that will pay you will be different than the entity that will use it. So in our case, the kids were the users, but the money was going to come from the parents, right? And we never focused on the value proposition to the parents. We just valued on one basic one, hey, there is safety. Okay, parents will, yeah, my kids are getting safety, they're already free on the platform, why should I pay for anything else? Because rest is all like stickers and all that, man. I wanted safety, I got safety for free. Yes,
So if you had to do it again, would you make it paid from day one?
I haven't gone down that like it's still I still get stressed sometimes. And these days I'm going through my startup because I did not close it down. It's going through a tax audit. So is there any black money that so I'm going through that. So yeah, startups can be really exciting. But if I had to rethink again, I would probably have hired a salesperson in my team from day one. Because when you are founder, sometimes the enthusiasm clouds a lot of your judgment. But if there's someone whose job is to get revenue out of it, they won't get clouded and enamored like a founder. Any other questions?
You told me that you should have 5 members in that, 5 board members.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if I said 5. So you should have a designer in your team. You should have a salesperson in your team. You should have a product person in your team. You should have a techie in your team. Your product person can be a QA also. And then you can have multiples of them by different ratios and all that. So I think it's a good common. So this Jeff Bezos has this formula, right? 2 pizza team. So your team should be big enough that 2 pizzas can. And we generally in India pizzas are a little smaller and we make it little more, so 4 people can finish 2 pizzas easily. So it's true to his
So product manager is aligned with the architect, so architect is aligned with the
depends who you are. If you are a product manager, then that fellow better like to be. So no, it shouldn't be like that. Ideally, it's it's little cliche, but they should be aligned to the vision. The vision and then holder of the vision typically is a product manager. So if the product manager is articulating the vision well, then the technical will kind of align with it. But a lot of it is personality conflicts also. So whatever may be the theoretical of it, it's a lot of personality also. But look at it this way, it's a very tech intensive product, right? Then probably the tech architect has a little more insights than you have. So maybe you can benefit from them and align with them and create something based on their insights also. Does that answer your question? No. Not in the way you wanted it.
It's a depends.
Yeah, it's a different. But I think many times it's like personality, it's just people to people. Any other question? I think my time is up and Dinker is also here, so she wants to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any more questions? You can